What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, I'm going to talk about the Meg Thee Stallion situation involving Tory Lanez. And I just feel compelled to speak on this situation because it's real. And that's the key thing. It's a real situation. So I'm sure everyone knows what's going on at this point. But if you don't, Meg Thee Stallion is a female rapper. Tory Lanez is a male rapper. They're friends. They were out together. And some way, somehow, Tory, the male, ends up shooting Meg, the female. Luckily, it was not a severe injury, but she was still shot by a gun. What do guns do? Kill people, right? So I remember when the incident happened, I was just like, wow, damn. First thing I saw, I'm like, yo, 2020 is ridiculous. And immediately I realized the severity of the situation. Because I still remember where I was, what I was doing when I picked up my phone, and I was overwhelmed with text messages that Kobe Bryant and his daughter had died in a plane crash. Overwhelmed. I'll never forget that feeling, like, holy shit. And in that moment, you realize, like, yo, this is real life. Nobody's untouchable, right? So this situation occurs and I feel it. And then I see the reaction, the immediate reaction was one of like humor. The memes started coming and I just was like, is nobody like not realizing like what they just said, or did they think this is not real? But you can't believe everything you hear. Time goes on and this comes out that it is indeed true. And Megan just recently finally gave us the story of why Tory shot her. And I can make it very simple and short for you. She said they were in the car. They got into an argument. She got out the car and he shot her. She didn't put her hands on him. According to her, she didn't put her hands on him. I don't know if she disrespected him, but still, that's not enough grounds for you to shoot a woman, especially who's in your company, your care. Right? So then, and this is the part that gets me. This is the important part. This is my first major point I'm going to make here. In the midst of all this, she's shot. The cops come. And Megan does not tell them what happened. She covers for him. She's not revealing the true story. So what this shows is that although she was shot, her adrenaline is going, she's feeling all types of crazy, she had enough compassion to not send the cops after him. And I can just imagine she's thinking like, everything, all this stuff is happening with cops killing black men, and how are they going to treat him if they found out he shot me? Now, mind you, the next thing about it, she's with the cops, they're taking her to the hospital, but they're being very hostile with her. They're not treating her correctly. So can you imagine how they would have treated Tory had she sent them after him like, yeah, this man shot me? She had compassion for him. And people, this is what I'm encouraging you. You need to have compassion for others. Celebrities are people. They feel like us. They bleed like us. Their money does not make them unworthy. Their money or status does not make them unworthy of sympathy or the ability to rationalize what they're going through. They are real people, and please don't lose sight of that. Okay? So we need to have more compassion for one another. There's the next part of this. that really just highlights something. I'm a black man, and I'm speaking to my people when I say this, but I want everyone to, understand the message. When you look at masculine and feminine energy, we call, in our culture, we call women or our mothers our earth. The earth, it sustains us. It's our home. It protects us. Feminine energy is about nurturing. It's about sustaining. Masculine energy is projective. It is about exploring or protecting. Okay? So we as men, specifically black men, it's mind you, there's programming and reasons of why we feel the way we feel. And as a male who's around other males, I realize the group thought, and it's disgusting. We have no compassion. We do not have the same amount of love for our women that they have for us. But I'm letting that male out there who says, I don't date black women. They're too this, they're too that. At black woman, there's no, even your wife, you could be married 20 years. There's not another woman outside of a black woman that is going to understand you or love you as much as another woman can. And the key word here is understanding. When you look at someone and their ability to understand or relate to you, the easiest way that comes about, because we're humans and we go off perception, is people who look like you. All right? So, mind you, y'all know, I vibe high. So I'm all about love whoever the hell you want. But I'm not about bashing groups of people or not having respect for our own people. So I think this highlights a bigger thing, that black women love us significantly more than we love them. And you can do the knowledge. DNA is a recording. So we as black people have memories of pain and anger and shame related towards our women, going back to when the master used to come in and rape them. So I understand it, but it's got to change, people. It's got to change. So regardless of who you're with, whatever black women are in your life, and like I said, people in general, wherever women are in your life and you're a man, protect them, love them, honor them. Because at the end of the day, when the soldier goes out there and he's wounded, it is that feminine energy or that woman who would clean his wounds, who would nurse him back to health. And that's shown within this situation. So then there's the next part here that I just want to say to people. This is from my Astro fan, really, So we're in the age of Aquarius, right? Aquarius relates to technology. Aquarius relates to the internet. Aquarius is an air sign. It's an air sign. It's mental. It's high above. It's emotionally detached. So when we equate that towards the internet, you have an experience where you process things, you absorb things that you can't actually emotionally connect to. This is why, websites like Vine or whatever, people post crazy things and others are there to just be able to watch it. Because to some extent, to them, it's not real. It's like a TV show. But that's the thing about social media, reality TV. It's real, people. The people you're watching are real. So my advice here is don't lose your humanity through the internet. And there's multiple ways in which we see how this can occur. And the next thing is about understanding human psychology and what it means to be a human, what it means to have a subconscious mind, and how that subconscious mind gets influenced. All right? So there's something called forced perception. Whatever you constantly feed your mind, or whatever is, forced upon you, eventually becomes a belief, or you believe it to be how it is presented to you. And then there's a whole element of conformity, group thinking. Oh, yeah, this woman was shot, but someone made a meme that's funny. Others are laughing about it. So shit, I'm going to keep it going and share it. Don't lose your humanity through the internet. Do not lose sight of what is real and what is not. Then, once again, we had, now let me talk about Saturn with this. So Saturn's still retrograding. It's in Capricorn. It's finishing up there. There are people, it's power. People still trying to hold on to particular power things. But one thing that we're realizing, for those who really do the knowledge and you see in between the things that are occurring, Saturn comes to collect. And it started when Jupiter was in Scorpio. Those who have been doing their shit in the dark, Saturn came in the Cap, and it brought the law down. We see it, Jeffrey Epstein, R. Kelly, right? So just be mindful of that. And Drake just put out a song, what is it? Laugh now, cry later, right? That's essentially what we're doing with the internet. This is funny because it's not you, but eventually it can be you. So save yourself the karmic backlash by being an ass and not being compassionate from the rip, even if you deem something funny. Take time to understand the reality of what is occurring. And like I said in the previous video, you guys got to take some time off of this thing. Be in your own energy. Get grounded. All right? Next thing I want to say, so hold on. Last point with the Saturn. Saturn comes to collect. It comes to collect. So let's not lose sight of that. And as Saturn goes into Aquarius and gets rooted in Aquarius, there's going to need to be some real group solidarity. So understand that. If you carry over this attitude of lacking compassion or not respecting those of your social group, the hammer's going to come down on you. So that's just my word of advice. And then I've talked about this so much, but it's such a strong influence. Neptune and Pisces. That's the next part of the Meg Thee Stallion thing. So she has compassion for this man, right? And then what happens? She's shown a lack of compassion. This is the Hangman card. What in the world? Like, is no one, she must be feeling like, yo, am I the criminal? Did I shoot him? No, but this is just showing. So this is just a reminder. Believe none of what you see. Believe none of what you hear. But dig deep to see what's behind the veil. This will never, right now under this influence, this here is not real. All right? So, next thing I want to say with this is that be mindful of who you give praise and adulation to. Are we going to continue to celebrate Tory? Or are we just going to cancel him? But canceling him will be a lack of compassion. Ultimately, we need to seek to do better in regards to unity, forgiveness, and just overall being present in the moment and seeing what we're giving our attention to, why things are manifesting the way they are, and figuring out how to create solutions. What is the proper punishment to say for this? And will we just forget about it? Okay? So at the end of the day, it boils down to balance, y'all. Balance. But like I said, preserve your humanity. Don't let the internet take that shit from you, because it's only going to last for so long. Everything that comes up must come down. All right? So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to chime in. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do so now. Till next time, peace.